Hello, Nawanajundunde, So right now we're passing through the Bloody Passage. This was set as a trap for people who are coming to attack Monomotapa and his people. So we continued our journey to the top for a few more meters. As you can see, guys, I was really tired and thirsty, but I couldn't stop because I had to keep going and going. Once I saw the wall, I was telling myself, okay, we're almost there, Asha, keep pushing, keep going. And then we walked for a few more meters. And finally, guys, we were at the top. We met these men here. These are the caretakers. So I had to sit to catch my breath and prepare myself for the next part of the journey. So as you can see, these are the walls of the king's palace, the king's ruins or enclosure as they call it. And this was the main entrance to Monomtapa's kingdom. So now we'll be going inside to show you what is on the inside, and Teach will tell us a brief background.
So now we are at the hill complex, and inside the royal enclosure, the first station you get into once you get to the hill complex. And this was the place for the king. He actually had houses inside. As you can see from the red soils around us, these are remains of houses that were here. Not because the people were here at Great Zimbabwe could not read and write. They had a way around the problem of illiteracy. They used some symbols. As if you look on top of the walls, there are some conical structures that you see. We call them turrets. They represented granaries, since their wealth was mainly based on crop cultivation. So whenever they harvested the grain, they used to store the grain in structures like the turrets you see on top of the wall. Then we have those single stones jutting up like that. We call them monoliths. The monoliths were symbols of a crown of the king to show that this was the castle of the king. I want to use the only original entrance left at Great Zimbabwe, so that we can visit other station apart from the royal or the western enclosure.
So going through the entrance, guys, as you can see, I almost struggled to enter there because I think these people were very small, lean but strong bones and feet. This is us going down to the recess enclosure. We're also going to see where the king's throne was, Monomotapa's throne. And we'll also get to see a view from the mountain top, like you get to see everything, the overview of how all these enclosures used to look like. And I must say, it was very beautiful. I think people in the old times used to love this.
Now, inside this small enclosure, this one, we call it the recess enclosure. The recess enclosure was for the religious leaders. These comprised of the rainmakers, were up here with the king, fortune tellers, and also herbalists, people who knew about traditional medicines. They were part of the team of the spiritual leaders who were here. We call them spirit mediums or shamans. It also acted as a reception area for whoever wanted to come up here and see the king. The kingdom stretched into Mozambique, South Africa, Botswana, Zambia. The man was here. This was like a capital city of that vast area.
King's enclosure, as you can see, there was a lot of stone around, and these people were very hard workers. We have this stone that mimics the sitting eagle, the sitting fish eagle on the Zimbabwean flag. This is where the whole idea came from. And at the top where I am right now was where Monomutapa's throne was. This is where he sat, guys. Watch out for part 3.